Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health here in Anchorage. Thank you to Alaska Public Media for allowing us to bring you Hangar Flying. We are pleased to have Gary Bennett back on our show. Gary is with Northern Lights Avionics, and we've been chatting about ADS-B and installation in general aviation aircraft. Welcome back to the show, Gary.
Thank you for having me.
So the FAA currently has a $500 rebate program that's offered for the installation of ADS-B equipment. How long does this rebate program last?
That is a good question. So the rebate, basically the design of it, it started in September, and they have 20,000 rebate slots, so to speak. So it will last until those 20,000 rebates have been issued, or until next September, whichever comes first.
Any idea how quickly they've been going?
You know, initially in the first few weeks, they were going very fast, and they slowed down a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where they're at with them right now, but I believe rumors has it that half of the rebates have already been issued.
Wow.
So just in, a quarter of the time, half of the rebates have been issued.
So you work installing this equipment. Do you have any idea how many people in Alaska have equipped?
I don't know how many in Alaska total. I know we've equipped since the rebate program started in September. We've done a little over about 22 installations, and all of the installations that we have done are eligible for the rebate, and many of those have already received their rebate check.
So how do pilots know if the equipment that they want to install qualifies?
The best way to do that would be to go to the FAA ADS-B rebate website and check. One of the first processes in the rebate process is to validate your equipment that you want to do, and they have a very comprehensive list of the different equipment that you can search through by vendor or equipment type that shows you what equipment is capable.
So do pilots normally work with an installer to do this, or do they just pick it out of off the internet?
Usually it can go either way. Most of the ADS-B equipment is installed by a certain installation agency. Some of the equipment can be installed by mechanics or working with an installing agency. So there's a lot of different ways to put it in, but it's a good idea to know ahead of time what's going to be the best equipment for you, because there's a lot of choices and they're not all the same.
Sure. And then when pilots are ready to make that big jump, how does the process go? They make an appointment, they sign up online through the FAA's website.
Correct.
Then they make an appointment for installation.
Yes, and usually it's a good idea to find out before you actually reserve a code, to find out what it is you want to install first, and then kind of get an installation date lined out, because when you get your reservation code, you will need to let them know when you plan on installing it. And that's basically when a clock starts ticking that gives you a certain amount of time, which is 60 days, from that time to actually get the installation done and validate it with the flight.
So it makes sense to work with an installer, and that probably puts a lot of pressure on installers to keep to a schedule.
Yes, yes. So obviously, because of this, many installation facilities are busier than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some estimates of some shops are 3 to 5 months back ordered on actually doing installations in some of the ADS-B heavy areas down in the lower 48. So we're not too bad here in Alaska. We've been able to keep up with the demand so far.
I have seen advice that pilots should, once they make that commitment, schedule it as soon as possible and get it installed as soon as possible, because the rebates, that time period's going to come quickly, and the prices are not going to come down anymore. And the prices for installation for the shop rates aren't going to come down anymore either. So it makes sense, if you're going to do it now.
Right, yeah, and that's correct. The fact that the equipment is sought after. There's lead times on many of the popular pieces of equipment is what's keeping the price the same on the equipment. What we've seen is some of the slower moving equipment, we're seeing some of the prices go down on, but that's been it. It's been pretty steady.
That's probably a good indication if you're going to get something that's very popular, that works well. It's going to be back ordered.
Yeah, definitely. So. And the whole key right now is, supplement it with the $500 rebate while you can, and that's, that helps out.
Exactly. Plus, it's nice to get money from the FAA of all agencies.
Right.
So,
believe it or not.
Thank you so much for being here. We're going to have you back next time, and we're going to talk about the process once installation occurs, because you're not done. They don't send you the check right away.
That's right.
You got another step to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Hangar Flying. We hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, fly safely.